Hi, welcome back. This is Rakesh Naik. Today we are going to discuss about addition of a node into a linked list, rather a singly linked list. But before I start, let me tell you, we produce every video in two different languages, Hindi as well as in English. So if you want to watch this video in Hindi, kindly follow the link given in the description. And if you have not yet subscribed, kindly press the subscribe button followed by the bell icon so that you will get all the updates from this channel. So let us start insertion of node in a singly linked list. I hope you have seen my previous video where I have told about how to create a linked list and how to traverse. In order to refresh it, let me tell you, in order to maintain a specific sequence of data item, we need to maintain the links with the successor. It is called a linked list as each node is linked with its successor. Single linked list is an ordered list in which contain collection of nodes. Each node contains two parts. The first part contains the data element and the second part contains the address of the next node. It can be seen in this particular diagram. If I take this as a node, the first part contains the data and the second part contains address of the node. Let us try to understand how the insertion we perform in a linked list with the help of this diagram. Operating system, let us say, allotted me this 116 location to keep my first node where I kept the data A, and as I don't know where the next location will be, I kept the link part as null. So when the second data is allotted, it is allotted at memory location 132. The data I kept B and I kept its link, the next location, to be null. To follow the sequence, I must write the address of B here. So 132 is written here, and at 132 I can find the data B which link is null. And when I kept my third element, let us say I kept at location 124, so the data kept is C and its link is null. And now you can see for the element B, the link becomes 124. I will start with A, go to 132, at 132 I will find the data B and go to 124, and at 124 I will find the data C and the next is null. In this way I am going to add elements in a link. So basically I can do insertion at these locations. So there are four different positions where the insertion of a node can be done in a singly linked list. I can do it at the front, I can do it at the end, I can insert the node after a given node, or I can insert the node before the given node. So depending on the type of list or the need of the user, insertion can be made at the beginning, at the middle, at the end of the list. If the list is an ordered list, the insertion should not affect the order, and this may require inserting data at proper location so that the order is preserved. The information about where the node is to be inserted can be decided by searching through the list, obtaining the position, and then inserting the same node. So let us try to understand this when I am trying to enter the node at the beginning. Let us assume that we are having this linked list. So it is starting with B. I am having a pointer called head. It is pointing to the starting node, that is B. Next node contain data C and the last node contain data D. So I want to insert my new node having data A, and it's supposed to be at the beginning. So for that, what I have to do? Already I know to create a node, I must create a new node and I must keep some data in that, and the next link to the new node must be null. So I'll create a new node in this manner. So let us say I kept the data A here and its next is null. So you can see here I have created a new node which is assigned at location 1072 and the data I kept A and its link I kept null. So what should I do in order to make this node as my first node? So these two lines will help me to understand. What I will do, I will take the new node's link to head. So I am having new node link as null. So I am going to add a link, that is 1024 I will keep as a link of the new node with data A. And apart from that, I will move my head node which was earlier pointing to the node containing data B to the node which contains the data A or the new node. Now the head is pointing to the node containing data A or the new node, and at the link of the new node 1024 is there, so I can go to the node at address 1024 where I will find the data B and I will find the address 1064 which is a node containing data C and carry on. So this is how I am going to add a new node at the front of an existing linked list. Let us try to understand if I want to add my new node at the end of the list. So I am creating a new node and I am putting some data into it and I am creating the link of new node to be null. Like this, let us say a node is created and the data it is containing D and its link is null and the memory where it is associated is 1072. Now in order to add this as my last node, what I have to do? I have to take one more pointer called previous, which will be pointing to the node where head is pointing. Head is pointing to the first node containing data A to the location 1024. So what I will do next? I will keep on moving the pointer prev to the last node. So I will take a while loop, and in the while loop till I find that previous link is not null, I will keep on moving the pointer prev. So with the help of these two statements, I will be in a position to go to the last node. When the condition will be false, it will come out of the loop and there I will find that prev's link is pointing to the null and it is the last node of this single linked list. So what I will do, this previous link I will mark as new node. So earlier it was null and right now it will be pointing to a node containing data D, and the new node's address 1072 is kept at this particular link. So last node's link earlier was null. Now after addition of this new node, the link contained the address 1072 and at 1072 I will have this new node containing data D and its pointer pointing to null, indicating that this is the last node. So this is how I can add a node at the last of a given single linked list. Let us try to understand little bit further. How can I add a node after a given node? Maybe this particular node is a position of a node or maybe after a given value. So anyhow, the first few lines will be like this, that I have to create a node and I'll keep some value into it and I'll keep the link to be null, like this. I'll have one more pointer previous which is pointing where head is pointing. Head is pointing to the first node, that is containing data A with location 1024, and to this particular node previous is also pointing. Next, what I have to do, I have to move the previous node to a appropriate location based on some criteria, after which the new node can be added. And this node should be after the first node. So what I do? So after I reach a specific node, after which this node to be added, now assume that at the third location I want to enter this new node. It means after the second node, the third node with data C to be entered. I have created this new node, and at this particular new node, I'll take the link to be null, and I want to point this particular new node to the node where the previous is linking. So previous link is pointing to the node containing data D. Previous link is pointing to a memory location 1040 containing data D. So now this new node's link, which was right now is null, it will be pointing to the node containing data D at location 1040. So the first line say like this. So this is how the link is added. It means C's link contained address 1040. And next, the next line is previous link becomes new node. Now previous link was pointing to the location 1040, and now as per the new statement, what I'll do, this previous link I'll point to the new node. It means I'll write the address 1072 at this particular location. This is how the new node is inserted in between B and D at third location. So this we can see with the help of an example. Let us say I am taking two parameters, that is, one is flag equal to 1 and count equal to 1, and I want to add this particular node at third position. So I am taking a while loop while count is not equal to position -1. So now 1 is not equal to 2, that is true. So what I'll do, I'll increase the link, previous link. So previous is now pointing to the second node. Now if previous is not null, I'll again increase count by 1 and again see the condition. So 2 is not equal to 2. This condition is now false. So what I do, the flag become 1. It means I found my data. So when I found my data, new node's link becomes previous link and previous link becomes new node's link. And this is how the third node containing data C is inserted into this particular linked list. You can go through this program, exactly the same written over here. So the same concept we are going to use, but here a small change is there. We are going to add a node after a particular value, not after a particular node, but after a particular value. So we are searching for value. Let us assume I want to insert my new node after a node containing value B. Previous data is not equal to value I take. With this condition I will search and try to find my location. At first location A is not equal to B, it is true. Previous will be pointing to the next node, and if previous is not null, again it will go back and again it will check what is the value. B is not equal to B is false, that's why I found the data. I will come insert the new node at this particular location. So this is how a new node can be added into a linked list. The same logic is written in this particular piece of program. Kindly follow so that you will be able to understand it properly. So let us try to understand, if I want to insert the node before a particular node. The concept is same if you can realize it. Before a particular node means let us say before third node I want to insert, and in this link let us say D is my third node. Before third node means what? I want to insert my new node as third node, and right now what is the node containing data D, which is the third node, will become the fourth node. The same concept we are going to apply here. We are going to create a node containing some value and its link to be null, something like this. Next I am going to search for a particular position, after which I will be inserting. So it means if I want to enter my data at the third location, I have to search for the second location. So I will take a pointer that will be pointing to the head node, and next I will be trying to find a appropriate location before which the data need to be added. The criteria will remain the same as inserting a node after a given node. So instead of saying insert this node as third node or insert this node before the existing third node, it is same as saying enter this new node after the second node. So the same concept, the same program what we did, that node inserted after second node, same program can work out for it. So kindly go through it, and if you have not understood, kindly leave me a comment, I'll explain it once more. So let us try to understand. If the node I want to enter is before a given value, it means let us say I want to insert a node before a node containing data D. I don't know where is D. I have to search for D, and before the node containing D, I have to enter my new node. So as usual, I'll create my new node containing data C. The link part of C will be null. Here the searching criteria is important. What we are going to do here is, I'm taking a pointer called PREV, which is pointing to the head node, and next if PREV's data is value, then new node's link is PREV and head node becomes new node. It means when I am entering as a first node, at the first node itself I found my data. If not, I will be having a searching criteria. What I am doing? Previous links data. Now previous is right now pointing to the node containing data A. Previous link is a node containing data B. So previous links data, it means B. I am comparing with B. If the value didn't match, I'll increment my PREV. So something like this. B is not equal to D, so that's why the pointer PREV is pointing to the next node. Now PREV is not null, so that's why again it will be comparing. Now PREV is pointing to the node containing data B, and its next or its link data is D. So I am at node B and trying to find the value of the next node. So if this condition satisfies, then as usual I'll enter my data with the same statements. This is how the node is entered into the linked list in the middle. I hope you understood how to insert a node into a single linked list. In my next video, we are going to discuss about deletion of a node in a single linked list. So if you like this video, kindly leave some comment, give thumbs up and share among your friends. And if you have some kind of doubt, definitely comment. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.